Hello there. Welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. Okay, it's a pleasure serving you, by the way. Alright, I'd like to show you how to make sweet potato pie cupcakes. Sweet potato pie cupcakes. Yes. So I don't want to spoil the surprise. Let me just show you, okay? Let's give it a thumbs up. You're going to like it. If you like sweet potato pie, you're going to like it. If you like the idea of a cupcake, you're going to like it. So let's just see how we're going to do this, okay? Alright, subscribe if this is your first time on my channel. I'd love to welcome you, okay? Thumbs up. Let's do it. Okay, I already started it to see how it was going to work out, so that I could show you the rest of the way, okay? So, this is my cupcake holder, and in each spot I put some olive oil around the edges and on the bottom so that I can get that crust out of there when it cooks, okay? Alright, so this is what it looks like once I have formed it. So now let me show you. Okay, so that's why you see the flour here. I was practicing before I came to you. Okay, so here's one I already rolled out, and I cut it a piece off, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this right in half, so you can handle little pieces at a time, okay? Alright, so now I'm going to just drop this, and I want to make sure you can see. Yes, I'm going to drop this right down into the cup. And when I dropped it down, you can see what it's looking like, okay? So you can see I got to fill in this side. See? Okay. So now I'm going to get some water. And I have a pastry brush here. I'm going to dip the pastry brush into some water. I'm just going to wet the crust where I'm going to lay the next crust on top of it so it'll stick. Okay, so now I have my other piece. I'm going to drop it right in there. And let me let you see what I did. See? I dropped it right in there. Now I'm just going to push it so that it will seal itself one piece of crust to the other. And it will do that because I wet it a little, remember? So now I have my crust inside the cup, right? So now I want to just cut off some of the excess, not all of it, because we want to make an edge. So let me show you how much I cut off. You see, I cut off just that little piece there, so I want to leave this little edge there so I can fold it back sort of like a pie crust on the edge, right? So I'm going to trim this all the way around. Okay, now that I did my trimming all the way around, now watch this. I'm just going to squeeze it together to make an edge. You see? And there we go. You see? So now let's do the next one. So the next one, I have to roll the crust out. So if you want to know how to make the homemade pie crust, you just go, you're on my channel, so you just put in Grandma Ray pie crust. Also, if you want to know how to make the sweet potato batter, you go to Grandma Ray sweet potato pie. And those are the two recipes right there that you can follow to do what I'm doing right now. Okay? Now you can do this, you don't have to do sweet potato pie, you can do apple pie, you get you a can of apple pie filling or fresh apples if you choose to. Okay? Okay, here's another piece of pie crust I have here. I'm rolling it out. This is a rolling pin, in case you don't know. Some people may not know. I'm putting flour on the bottom, on the counter, so that it'll roll without sticking. That's the purpose of putting the flour on. So you want to roll it out. Don't put too much pressure on the pie crust, but enough where you see it's stretching out. Okay? Okay. And if you put too much pressure, it'll be too thin, and then it will cause you a problem to get it up, like I did on this end here. Okay, I'm going to cut it in half. I have my next piece that I'm going to put in my cup that I already have olive oil in. Do the same thing we just did. I'm going to let it drop down in there. And then I'm going to cut my edge. If you fall short, you have your water. Just take and wet the edge wherever you want to add crust. And then you can, the next pie crust will stick right there where you put it. See that? Now I'm just going to cut this so that I can make my edge again. Now I'm going to fold my edges in. And if you have a thin edge and you need another piece, go ahead. Wet the piece. I wet the piece on the bottom here. And now I'm going to put the wet piece onto the crust that's already down here. And that makes it stick. And I'm just going to fold my edges all the way around. Okay, that's what we're looking like, and we have one more to go, okay? And see, I rolled this one out too thin, so I'm going to discard that piece and I'm going to get the next piece. Now if you roll it out too thin, you can ball it up like so and roll it out again. Okay? So I just want you to know that you can do that. But since I have another piece left, I'm going to use it. Okay, I gotta move this so I can roll this out. Okay. You can kind of feel it if it's too thick. When you put your hand down, one side will be higher than the other. Okay, I'm going to slice that in half again. So I can put this in my last spot right here. Okay, now I'm going to cut my edge again. Okay, and I'm going to fold this edge under. You're just pushing it in so it doesn't look raggedy. Okay, and now I have one spot here, right here, that I have to fill in. Okay, so I'm going to get my pastry brush and water, and I'm just wetting on the edge where it's going to connect one dough to the other. Okay, now I'm just going to cut this. There we go. Okay, so now we have our 6 cup areas filled in with the pie crust. Okay? Okay. So now I'm going to clean this up and then I'm going to come back and show you how to fill it. Give me a second. Okay. So now I just want to show you this last thing. I'm going to take this fork. I already did the other 5. And I'm just going to put like a fork mark all the way around to represent a pie, right? Okay. So this is my sweet potato pie filling. I'm going to just start filling each cup. And I'm using a tablespoon because I'm dealing with a small space, so this would work best. I'm going to go, and I already filled all 6. Now I'm going to go back around and fill in as needed. you'll notice when I put the spoon in, I'm giving it a little left to right kind of push to fill out the sides. Looks like I can go around again. Looking good, guys. I'm just going to use my spatula to get out as much as I can. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. I'm gonna put it in the oven on 350 degrees until the crust turns brown. And I'll show you that. I'll be right back with the word of the day also. The word of the day. The word of the day is a cell phone. Your cell phone. Our cell phones. We all walk around with our cell phones. Well, quite a few of us. Not all, because everyone don't have a cell phone. My father waited until he was 91 to get a cell phone, and he only got it then because his car broke down and he was trying to flag down a cab, and you can't do that anymore. You have to call, and he didn't have a cell phone, so it got him into the 21st century, and he now has a cell phone. So the cell phone he has is, he doesn't really know how to work it yet, but he said to me when he gets time, he's willing to learn how to work the cell phone. So I want to say this to everyone who have a cell phone. There's a lot of good information on the cell phone. If you want to know the side effects of your medicine, you can Google that. If you want to know how to get from A to Z, you can Google that. If you want to know the weather or what's coming on TV or what's in the news, the cell phone really is a tool now that we can use as a tool, not just to text on or to call someone with. So you're paying for it. Let the cell phone educate you, because the cell phone is yours and all the information in it is yours. You paid for it. Your cell phone. That's the word of the day. Okay, we'll be back. Okay guys, our sweet potato pie cupcakes are out and cool. So I wanted to show you. So here's what they look like. You see, when you put a little oil in the bottom of the pan, they pop right out just nicely. Not saturated now. Just put some in and take paper towel and go around the sides and the bottom to have it lubricated, okay? Okay. So, I'm going to see if I can show you both. Six. How about that, huh? And I want to get a view on the counter. See if I can do that. 1 second. I'm moving the camera. Yes, I like that. Okay, let me taste for you. I'm sorry for moving the camera, okay? I'm sorry. Okay. And see, you want it to have a golden brown color on the edge of the crust. That's how you know it's done, okay? And see the middle? Okay, let's give it a try. I can't wait. I actually like it better than a slice of sweet potato pie because I have the crust all the way around and it makes it really taste good. You know, we like the crust on a pie. Oh, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. You try yours and let me know how you like it, okay? I know you can't wait to try it. I know you can't wait to do the thumbs up right now. Talk to you soon. Subscribe. Bye-bye. I'm working hard. Thanks.